Hello everyone, I hope that you're all having a good day. I decided to film in the car today simply because I'm on the go. I have a lot of things to do and I'm feeling a bit inspired. Plus, I'm way more comfortable filming in the car, so you might see a little bit more of this going forward. So today I just want to talk about a few of the mistakes that I've made in my journey when it comes to entrepreneurship. I've tried several business ventures over the years, some successful and others not so much. And I think with each failure per se, I've learned and grown so much. And hindsight is always 2020. So when you're able to look back, reflect, learn the lesson and grow, that's always a positive as far as I'm concerned. So years ago, I had a juice bar. If you don't know, I'm Jamaican. I live in Jamaica, so this juice bar is also in Jamaica. And it did surprisingly well. I had a physical space for maybe 2, at most 3 years. And right before the pandemic, I had an opportunity where I was able to hand that off to someone else, and to me that was a blessing in disguise because I didn't know that there was going to be a full lockdown and business was not going to be possible. So that was the perfect timing. But looking back, it was a business that I enjoyed doing, even though it was tedious and it required a lot of behind the scenes work to really keep it going. I did enjoy it for the most part. There were aspects that I didn't like at all, the staffing situation, finding workers, issues with workers. That was difficult, but ultimately I felt like the payoff was okay. Plus, it was something that I enjoyed and still enjoy to this day. Looking back, what I could have done was to pivot the business in a different way. As opposed to having a physical location, I could have continued by doing it online, especially in a period where almost every business was transitioning online. But I think for me at that time, I was so frustrated and so fed up with certain things that I was just like, you know what, let's just let it go. So now when I look back, I definitely see how I could have made a few adjustments, pivot, and kind of kept that business going. But I'm still grateful for the opportunity. I'm still grateful for the lessons that I've learned. And I'm also happy about the fact that as like my first major business venture, it wasn't necessarily a failure. It was just that I wanted to transition into something else, and an opportunity came at what I would call the perfect time. Another valuable lesson that I've learned, and as someone who is a bit of a perfectionist, this is something that I'm continuously working on, and that is to just start. It doesn't have to be right, it doesn't have to be perfect, you don't need to know everything. If there's something that you want to do, just go out and do it. So I'm really taking that approach now, and of course moving forward, if there's something that I'm interested about, as I'm just gonna do it and I'll figure it out along the way, and that's part of the learning process, and that's perfectly okay. I think sometimes we hold ourselves to such a high standard that it becomes crippling, where you're really trying for it to be perfect and you want the user experience to be so amazing that you actually end up doing nothing. And perfectionism can really be to your detriment in that sense, and I've experienced that as well. So that's a major lesson that I've learned. If I can think of something else business wise, is I would definitely say trust is important. As your business grows, as your responsibilities grow, you have to delegate. At some point, you have to recognize that it's not possible for you to do everything. And if you do try to do everything and micromanage, it will be to your detriment. You're gonna be burnt out, you're gonna be absolutely exhausted, you're gonna be making mistakes that ordinarily you wouldn't have, and it benefits no one. It's difficult, it's incredibly difficult, but it has to be done, and it's definitely possible. Finding people that you can trust and good workers, it is a process, it doesn't happen overnight, but with trial and error you'll find people over time, and it's worth the investment, it's worth the mistakes. So I think looking back, those would be like three of like the major things where I've said, okay, these are lessons that I've learned from. And being an entrepreneur, it's a journey. You're gonna do many businesses, some will work and some will not, but it's all a part of the process, and you have to take it with strides. And I just want to say, if you're an entrepreneur or you're looking to go that route and you're maybe feeling a little bit defeated, it's normal, it happens, it's perfectly fine. Just take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and keep moving forward. So have a good day, guys. Bye.